and gentlemen, welcome back to another Drake's Corner episode. I'm your host, as always, Drake Tharp, and welcome back to the show. Huge NBA week, the NBA trade deadline, probably biggest we've ever seen, considering the Stars traded, all the big trades that went on. That's, pretty much the front center line there. Kyrie, Kevin Durant, Lakers made a few moves. We're going to go through all of those. And then we'll give kind of a deadline recap and some grades on the trades. A lot of aids. Sorry, I get a little mixed up sometimes. First of all, Super Bowl today. It's probably gonna be this video. This Saturday night right now. This video will probably drop Sunday morning, right before the Super Bowl. If you want to get in my Super Bowl analysis, check out last video. Overall, I got Eagles winning 34-27. That's my score prediction, and I got the Eagles. Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl MVP, earning that kind of max contract. Maybe we'll get the biggest contract we've ever seen. More on that another day, but all NBA podcast right here. We're going to start off with Kyrie and Luka, okay? Mavericks landed Kyrie Irving. I give them, a B+ on the trade. They didn't have to trade any huge assets. I liked Dinwiddie there, but Kyrie Irving, obviously an upgrade, and they gave away a few picks too. Way in the future, though, it's 2029 and 2027, so not a huge deal for them, but, they're trying to play short-term here, trying to get a short-term goal. Championship, as Luka's in his prime, they got to make something happen. They got Kyrie Irving. I believe it'll work. I don't see any problems with this at all. Here's the thing with it. Luka's dominant first half production. He's a first half scorer. He gets the ball started. He gets the scoring started for them. He's a great opener. Kyrie's dominant second half production will work hand in hand with Luka's first half production. Okay, Kyrie's the closer. Luka's the opener. Okay, I don't see any more. It couldn't go any more solid. It couldn't be any more solid as a duo. Okay, Luka's style is a lot like LeBron. Okay, he's one of those that makes the best basketball play, rather than being an ISO scorer. I mean, don't get me wrong, Luka can ISO score. He doesn't need the ball to make an impact, though. He makes the best basketball play. You see he loads up the stats every night in, night out. He's a lot like LeBron. He makes the best basketball play. He's not somebody like Kevin Durant, who needs to have the ball to make an impact. Okay, don't get me wrong, Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers of all time, but his passing isn't known as anything great. Luka's style, great passer, makes the best basketball play, and Kyrie, the scorer, hand in hand. Okay, obviously having the two superstars on the court at the same time will take they were doubling Luka every time anybody on defense, anybody the Mavericks were playing, before the big Kyrie trade. It was double Luka, box in type defense, okay? While having both on the court, they're going to have to take pressure off the other because they're both so dangerous, okay? When one is in, like say Kyrie's in at one time and then Luka comes in, they're going to get breathers too. These guys aren't going to tire out at all, and they can dominate the game, dominate the pace. They have great role players too. I'm surprised they kept Christian Wood in all of this. Christian Wood is one of the more solid bigs in the league, and he stayed there with the Mavs. They both have done it their whole careers, okay? They know what they're doing, production-wise. Luka's very dominant first half. Kyrie's a closer. Kyrie worked great with LeBron, and Luka's style is a lot like LeBron, making the best basketball play, okay? And there's not a lot of guys that are like that. We know guys that are as great scorers like Kevin Durant, and, having one person come up the court and ISO ball, trading off possessions like, Kyrie and Kevin Durant did, that'll win you some games, but, down the stretch, I don't think it's going to, win a championship. And I think a lot of folks saw it from the beginning. Farthest they've got was the Eastern Conference Finals, and Kyrie was out that entire time. So, this is a kind of different look for Kyrie Irving. He left the Cavs because he wanted to be his own star. Now it's a league of super teams, okay? And there's no going around it. I don't think either one of these guys are going to be the A guy. A lot of folks are going to say Luka's better. That might be the truth, but I don't think they see it as that way. These guys are going to play their roles, and it's going to work as long as there's no, team turmoil, team morale going down, on the court. It's like butter, okay? It's going to work great. Kevin Durant on the Suns. Now, this is something I don't see as, kind of the most smooth going project. It's an iffy situation, okay? First of all, the Suns team chemistry. First of all, we have an unhappy DeAndre Ayton, okay? Second of all, we have injuries that have plagued a lot of these stars. Kevin Durant is currently injured right now, okay? And we have Devin Booker out for about, a month and a half with an ankle injury. Bench depth. They traded away a lot of their depth guys. Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges, and they gave up a lot of their future. From 2023 through 2029, they're missing a lot of first-round picks now. The talent is all there, okay? It's almost in comparison to the 2018 Warriors, 4 big stars, not just 3. But will injuries, chemistry, and a solid or not solid team morale come into play here? The talent's all there. You got your floor general, one of the best scorers in the league, another, sidekick best scorer in the league, and a dominant big, okay? And, there's no reason it shouldn't work, on paper. But these guys all have their own personalities. They've all had trouble with injuries. Chris Paul, even last year in the playoffs. DeAndre Ayton, not happy with contract situation. Monty Williams and him have had, tension in and out of the game. The talent's all there. I'll say that. But a championship, we'll see if team morale can not come into play here with the talent that they have. It's all there. They're the best team in the NBA on paper. Okay? No going around it. But, it's an iffy situation in my opinion. So there's a lot of points there that, could come into play as to why, this could collapse. Okay. Bench depth, injuries, and unhappy Ayton. Those are the big 3. Okay? That's the things I could see getting it in the way. Lakers, on the other hand, another West team, they get an absolute A+ for me, okay? They turned Thomas Bryant, Russell Westbrook, Pat Bev into Jared Vanderbilt, Malik Beasley, Mo Bamba, 3 draft picks, and D'Angelo Russell. How'd they do it? I don't fucking know. Anyway, they gave up liabilities and gained a younger, more all-around talented group with draft pick swaps as well. Second-round picks, a lot of teams don't see that as, being the most valuable thing. But, it's capital. It gives more trade capital as well. Second-round picks, you don't know what those could turn into. But they got a lot younger with Malik Beasley, Mo Bamba, and D'Angelo Russell. Veterans, Westbrook and Pat Bev, there's no direction there. There was no direction, and, Westbrook, liability, turmoil with the coach. Thomas Bryant, he wanted to be traded. Anthony Davis came back. He wasn't really in the rotation. They have Anthony Davis. They need a backup center. Thomas Bryant's one of those guys that, can get the job done on another team as a starter. Mo Bamba, longer wingspan, more defensive effort there. He kind of the same thing there as Thomas Bryant. Just backup center needed. He'll get the job done. They gained a way better scorer than Russell Westbrook. I will say that right now. D'Angelo Russell is a better scorer than Russell Westbrook. Better shooter, better scorer. He'll work better in the Lakers scheme. And he's not insanely ball dominant. Jared Vanderbilt as well, very underrated piece to this trade group. Very good interior and exterior defender. He can guard all 5. There's a lot of players in the NBA that can't do that. And Jared Vanderbilt's one of them. He'll be a big group to this Lakers squad. Although they are 13th in the West. Can this trade, automatically boost chemistry 100%? I don't know. But they have the pieces now. They have a future. And, LeBron's in the latter half of his career. Congratulations on him hitting the all-time career points. That, solidifies the GOAT discussion, in my opinion at least. We can talk about the GOAT another day, but, that's just my opinion there. The GOAT getting his money's worth there. And it's a very iconic thing to see in person. Anyway, recap on some other trades. Warriors dished off Wiseman, saving lots of cash somehow, some way. They're keeping their big 3 in Draymond, Steph, and Clay, and an extension for Jordan Poole. So they kind of have a big 4. They dished off Wiseman and opened up space for some money. Clippers picked up pieces like Eric Gordon and Bones Highland, getting younger there at the point guard spot, and grabbing a existential playoff shooter in Eric Gordon. Clippers, haven't made the most of Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, and they're trying to build around that. I think, Clippers, I think they're due. I'd like to see them be due. I'd like to see them make a finals appearance. They deserve it. Kawhi and Paul George, very talented players. I like watching them play a lot. Bucks pick up 3-and-D great Jay Crowder for 5 second-round picks. And actually, that's insane. 5 second-round picks. The value of second-round picks anymore is crazy in the NBA. They just seem like something you can throw away. Anyway, that's a huge pickup for the Bucks. That guy fits their scheme almost perfectly. Lengthy, defensive, three-point shooter. They have that all around on that Bucks squad. So he'll fit in just fine there in Milwaukee. And the Nets, young core. I don't think the Nets are anything to joke about right now. Okay, Cam Thomas, back-to-back 40-point games, becoming a superstar as in front of our eyes. They took the Suns' bench depth and put it right into their starting lineup. Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson. They got Dorian Finney-Smith from the Mavericks. And if anybody were to, do a rebuild just fine, the Nets did it. Okay, they picked up about 5 first-round picks and got a great young core. Spencer Dinwiddie as well. And Nick Claxton, too, also becoming a star in front of our eyes at the center spot. Great defensive player. And they have draft picks out the hatch. They couldn't have rebuilt any better. They got their stars. They tried it. They shipped them off, within days of each other. Nets front office, very, very criticized group of people. But I will say they took this trade deadline and ran with it because they did it at the exact right time, too. They knew it wasn't going to work. It clearly wasn't going to work with Kyrie and Kevin Durant, and they got their money's worth. Ton of picks, great young core. They won't be anything, exciting this year, but in the future, look out for a Nets rebuild. Anyway, yep, that will be it for the podcast. A little, probably close to 10-minute action here. Just wanted to recap the NBA free agency mayhem, why Kyrie and Luka will work, and why Kevin Durant on the Suns is an iffy situation. Lakers get an A+, and overall deadline recap. Thank you guys for listening on Spotify, YouTube, whatever it may be. I know it's a weird one. Sunday morning, right after church. Flip it on the TV. I don't care how you do it. But, yeah, thank you guys for watching. And I'll give, probably by the time next one comes out, we'll have a Super Bowl winner. Look out for that one. I also have NFL draft seasons coming up. We'll drop a NFL mock draft video as well. Yeah, exciting time. I'm looking forward to continuing to release every week. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. See you all next time. Peace.